Welcome back to the Deep Dive. This is that quiet space we carve out together each week. And if you're new here, welcome. We really dig into the complex, sometimes messy, emotional side of money.
Yeah, it's all about the psychology, isn't it? Not just the spreadsheets. So thanks for joining us. We know the stats on debt can feel heavy, but today we're aiming for clarity.
Exactly. Today we're diving deep into common financial pitfalls and recovery strategies. And here's the thing, the real hook. Making bad money choices. It's usually not about failing math class.
No, not at all. It's about, those human impulses, the messy, frustrating ones that make us sabotage ourselves sometimes.
Right. So our mission today isn't judgment. It's understanding why. Why do we want the flashy car now? Right. Why take the risky gamble? Understanding that why is the first step to healing our relationship with money.
And securing our future. So let's get into it.
Okay, first big trap. This one's sneaky. Lifestyle creep. We call it the silent wealth killer because it feels earned.
Oh, absolutely. You get a raise, you think, great, I deserve this. And then almost without noticing, your spending goes up.
And suddenly that higher salary isn't building wealth. The expenses just sort of inflate right alongside it. Or worse.
Yeah, we see this constantly. High earners living paycheck to paycheck. The gap between income and expenses, it just never widens.
We had that story, Christina, a real high earner who was broke. It's such a clear example. She had, $120,000 in student debt?
That's a huge amount. But when her income went up, instead of attacking that debt, well, the reward brain kicked in.
The status monkey, as you call it.
Yeah, the status monkey started chattering. She moved into her own place, upgraded the wardrobe, became an Aritzia girly, I think the term was.
Right. And then the vacations. Expensive Instagram-worthy trips, charged to credit cards.
And the result? 6 years of living paycheck to paycheck, even while earning good money. That's status monkey. It's powerful ancient programming.
It really is. It demands we signal status. Bigger berries back then, maybe a fancy car, a vacation photo now. A raise just fuels it. Show the tribe you're worthy.
And that drive for status, for showing off, leads right into our second pitfall, the depreciating drain. Specifically, buying expensive, brand new cars.
Ugh, this one hurts. It's probably one of the most damaging, avoidable decisions, especially if you don't own a home yet or have solid investments. That $80,000 Dodge Charger example.
Wow. It's pure emotion driving that purchase.
Yeah.
And the math, it's just brutal.
Lay it on us. How bad is it?
Well, you drive it off the lot, boom, instant 10-20% value drop. Gone. Over 5 years, you're looking at maybe a 60% loss. So on that $80,000 car, like $48,000 just vaporized.
$48,000 vanished. But wait, the real kicker isn't even just that loss, is it? It's the opportunity cost.
Exactly. That's the silent villain. Always. Let's say instead of spending, say, $40,000 on the upgrade part of that car, you invested it. Just a reasonable 8% return over, say, 40 years.
What does that number look like? I'm almost afraid to ask.
It's staggering. You're potentially sacrificing nearly $870,000 in retirement wealth.
Wow. $870,000 for a car. That's potentially decades of financial freedom you just traded for short-term prestige.
That's the status monkey's price tag. It's steep.
Okay, so from physical status to digital vanity.
Pitfall number 3, gambling and chasing that instant dopamine hit.
Yeah, and the digital world offers some potent new ways to fall into this trap.
We saw that gut punch story. The 19-year-old spending $92,000 on in-game cosmetic skins.
$92,000 on items with zero resale value. And then the worst part.
He got banned, lost the whole account, everything, just gone.
It's a textbook case of hyperbolic discounting. Our future caveman brain.
Explain that a bit. Hyperbolic discounting.
It just means our brains are wired for the present. We overwhelmingly choose the immediate reward, the dopamine hit, the status from those cool skins over some abstract future benefit like retirement. The future self, it barely feels real.
So that $92,000, if he'd invested it instead, what was the opportunity cost there? Assuming that same 8% average return. By retirement age, that could have been around $2.3 million.
$2.3 million.
Right.
Traded for digital skins.
Okay.
And you mentioned gambling is a real issue here, too.
Absolutely. It's driven by that variable ratio reinforcement like slot machines. It's incredibly addictive, leads to chasing losses, using money meant for essentials. It's dangerous.
That desire for yield, for quick returns, also plays into our fourth pitfall, right? The risky world of cryptocurrency storage.
Yes, this is a newer landscape, but the underlying psychology FOMO, fear of missing out, it's ancient.
The Celsius catastrophe was a stark example. People were drawn in by high yields. what was it, like $700 a week on Bitcoin?
Something like that, yeah, an attractive return. So people moved their Bitcoin onto the platform, maybe even bought more to deposit, chasing that yield. It felt safe.
Until it wasn't. Celsius files for bankruptcy, freezes everything. And people lost access to their Bitcoin.
And the lesson there is painful but critical. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin, or, not your keys, not your cheese, as the saying goes. Meaning, if your crypto is on an exchange or a lending platform, what we call hot storage, you don't truly control it. You're exposed to their risks. Hacking, insolvency, freezes.
But that yield, that $700 a week, it feels so tangible. How do you fight the urge to maximize that when the risk feels abstract?
You have to reframe it. You're not earning a guaranteed yield. You're making a highly speculative loan to a company you don't fully understand. The only real foundation for security, especially with significant amounts, is cold storage.
A hardware wallet, basically, keeping your keys offline.
Exactly. It removes that counterparty risk. It gives you sovereignty.
Okay, that makes sense. Taking back control. Now, let's talk about maybe the most emotionally charged one. Pitfall 5, the relationship risk of co-signing a loan.
Yeah. The professional advice here is simple and stark. Just don't do it. Like 99.9% of the time, never co-sign.
Why so absolute?
Because you are legally tying your entire financial well-being to someone else's choices and circumstances. It's an unlimited risk.
The story we read. The legally blind woman co-signing a car loan for her kid's father, just so he could drive them. It was an act of love, really.
Absolutely. But then he wrecked the car, uninsured, and just stopped paying.
And the lender came after her.
Immediately, for the full $16,000 balance. Because as a co-signer, you are legally viewed as a co-borrower, equally responsible for 100% of the debt. It doesn't matter who was driving.
And it ruins her credit. She couldn't even get housing because of the repossession.
It's devastating. And then the psychological trap kicks in.
The sunk cost fallacy.
Exactly. Even though the car is gone, the money's gone. She feels this intense pressure to pay that $16,000 just to fix her credit, because admitting the total loss feels unbearable.
So you end up throwing good money after bad.
Yeah.
Awful. Okay, last pitfall, number 6. This one is maybe the most widespread. Simply ignoring retirement planning. Procrastination.
Yeah, and the long-term cost is just devastating. We heard from that 61-year-old listener, deep in debt, basically zero retirement savings. Heartbreaking.
Because time is the magic ingredient, isn't it?
It's the most critical asset for wealth building. Compound interest needs time to work its exponential magic. The math is simple. Start saving at 25 versus 45. The 25-year-old might only invest twice the amount of money,
but ends up with
6 times the wealth. We're talking $1.8 million versus maybe $310,000 in that example. Delaying is, mathematically, the single costliest mistake.
So for that 61-year-old listener still paying off debt, should she divert money to get her company's 401k match, even just the 4%?
Yes, absolutely, unequivocally, yes, immediately. That company match is a guaranteed 100% return on your money, instantly.
It's free money.
It's literally free money. Nothing else offers that. You have to grab that match no matter what other debts you have. It's priority number 1.
Okay, wow. Those are some serious pitfalls. But we're not here just to list problems. Let's talk recovery. Actionable strategies. How do we build defenses against these impulses?
Right. Strategy 1, conquering that lifestyle creep and tackling debt. The key is automation. You need reverse budgeting.
Say yourself first.
Exactly. Automate your savings and investments before the money even lands in your main account. You make the decision once, then let the system run.
So the status monkey doesn't even get a chance to see the extra cash.
Precisely. A good rule of thumb. Aim to save and invest at least 50% of any raise or bonus, automate it, and crucially, define a financial baseline. Keep core expenses, rent, utilities stable for a set period, maybe 3 years, regardless of income bumps.
Got it. Okay, strategy 2, ration transportation, avoiding the depreciating drain.
Simple rules here. First, buy used, not new. Let someone else eat that initial massive depreciation hit.
Makes sense. And second,
follow the 2038 rule. This is your guardrail against emotional car buying.
Okay, break down 2038 for us.
Right. 20% down payment minimum skin in the game, 3-year maximum loan term, minimizes interest paid, forces faster payoff. And 8% your total monthly car expenses, payment, insurance, gas, should not exceed 8% of your gross monthly income.
That 8% is tough. It really forces you to buy less car than maybe your ego wants.
That's the point. It forces affordability over flashiness. It's a system against the impulse.
Okay, strategy 3, securing digital wealth, avoiding the Celsius trap.
2 parts, security and risk management. 1, Move any significant crypto holdings you're not actively trading to cold storage. Hardware wallet. Take custody.
Sovereignty.
Sovereignty. 2, implement the 1% rule of speculation. Allocate no more than 1% of your total investment portfolio to highly speculative stuff, individual stocks, crypto, gambling, whatever.
So you contain the risk. If it blows up, it's a lesson, not a catastrophe.
Exactly. It lets you scratch the itch without betting the farm.
Smart. Okay, strategy 4. Alternatives to the co-signing nightmare. What if you really feel you have to help someone?
If you absolutely must help financially, never co-sign. The alternative. Offer a cash gift if you can truly afford it with no strings attached. Or structure it as a personal, formalized loan with a written agreement.
So you limit your risk to a specific amount you're willing to potentially lose.
Precisely. Your risk is capped. And the ultimate defense before even considering that, the pre-mortem test.
Yes, the reality check.
Ask yourself honestly, if I suddenly became 100% responsible for this entire debt tomorrow, would I be financially okay? If the answer is anything other than a confident yes, then the answer to helping in this way has to be no.
It's emotionally tough, but financially essential. Okay, finally, strategy 5. Automate your future. Fight that future caveman brain.
We already hit the 401k, match, grab it immediately. Beyond that, set your target retirement savings rate, aim for 15% of your gross income as a baseline, and automate that transfer every single payday.
Make it non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. And the psychological trick. Make the future self real. Use a compound interest calculator. Actually look at the number. See how even small amounts grow over time.
So saving doesn't feel like deprivation now. It feels like a rewarding action for that future person you can actually visualize.
Exactly. It connects the present action to a tangible future reward, closing that psychological distance.
These stories, these pitfalls, they're tough, but hearing them is so important. It reminds us that financial freedom isn't just about having a big number in an account.
No, it's about the emotional well-being that comes from feeling in control. And the path there, it's less about finding some secret trick and more about consistently sidestepping these known traps, building systems around our own predictable impulses.
Yeah, it really comes down to a choice you make constantly, doesn't it? Every paycheck, every time you feel that urge to splurge.
Who are you going to pay first? Your future self? Or the market, the bank, the status monkey?
So we want to turn this over to you listening. Where did the light bulb go on for you today? We'd love for you to share on our community page. What's one financial habit you feel ready to change starting this week?
Maybe it's finally automating those savings. Maybe it's setting that firm boundary about co-signing or implementing that 1% rule for speculative fund money.
Whatever it is, share it. Because hearing each other's struggles and commitments, it reminds us we're not alone in this.
And knowing you're not alone, that's huge. That's often the very first step towards real financial healing and freedom.
Absolutely. So until next time, keep breathing, keep learning, and keep working intentionally on building a better, healthier relationship with your money.